Aloha, my name is Rose with Next Level Wellbeing Yoga. Today I'm going to do Everyday Iyengar. This is a really great stabilizing sequence that gets our hips and shoulders aligned and stabilized over each other. So I'm changing it up a little bit. We won't be doing headstand, shoulder stand, plow, and a little bridge. Instead, we'll be doing Vipariti Karani. So that is the pose that sets us up to make good inversions. So we use this for a long time in Iyengar before we move into inversions. So today, this one is just for the everyday practice, and everybody can do Vipariti Karani, and it's so good for you. Okay, so we'll start by getting blocks, strap, blankets, towels if you don't have blankets. We want a nice firm surface. We'll begin with 3 ohms. Sitting in the center of our mat in a nice comfortable seated position, bringing our sit bones back and out to the side at a 45-degree angle. Inhale the spine long, close the eyelids. Exhale, allow the hips to ground, lengthening the spine to the ground. Bring the hands together at chest center, pressing the palms and fingers firmly and evenly to open the shoulders, dropping the shoulder blades down towards the hips. We'll begin with 3 ohms. Om. Om. Yogena chittasya yodena vacham malam sharirasya chavajakena yopakarotam pravaramuninam patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi abahu Purushkaram Shankar Chakrasidarinam Sahasra Shirsam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjali Hare Om. Allowing the head, the brain to slide down behind this place in the heart center. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Coming up, dropping the hands to the knees and allowing the eyelids to float open. Rolling to our side to stand up, move our props to the side. For this practice, we use a timer, trying to be very balanced. So I've got it set for 10 and 32, bringing our feet a little wider than hips width. Rock back on the heels, splay through the toes, lift the arms over the head. Grab each elbow and fold at the waist. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Allow the elbows to be heavy. Lift the sit bones to the ceiling. Drop the elbows to the floor. Raise the shoulder blades up towards the hips. Allow the cervical spine to lengthen. Press evenly through the 4 corners of the feet to engage the hips into their socket. Suck the top of the thighs up into the hips. And inhale, come up. Drop the arms. Inhale the other side. Other cross. Lift the elbows. Inhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press through the feet. Engage into the hip sockets. Lengthen the spine. Allow the crown to be heavy. Lengthening the cervical spine. Pull gently to draw the elbows towards the floor and lift the shoulder blades up towards the hips. Lengthen the spine, relax the face, and inhale, come up. Vrikshasana, simplified against the wall. Bringing our feet together at the wall, raise our arms up evenly. Stretch the fingers towards the ceiling. Drop the tailbone down towards the ground. Press evenly through the four corners of the feet to engage the hip heads into their socket. Lift the abdomen up. Lift the chest up. Drop the shoulder blades down the back. Drop the top of the shoulders. Relax the throat. Relax the cervical spine. Relax the face. Lift the crown to the ceiling. Extend the fingers up towards the ceiling. Drop the heels. Drop the feet in ground and release. Tadasana in the center of the mat. Feet together, rock back on the heels, splay through the toes. Inhale the shoulder heads to the back body. Drop the shoulder blades down the back. Ground the heels. Press evenly through the four corners of the feet. Inhale the top of the thighs up into the pelvis. Lift the abdomen. Open the chest. Relax the top of the shoulders. Drop the shoulder blades down the back. Lengthen the tailbone towards the floor. Inhale, expand under the ribs. Exhale, roll the shoulder heads to the back body. And Vrikshasana. Rock back on the left heel, splay through the left toes. Lift the right bottom of the foot into the left thigh. Bring the hands together at chest center. Press evenly through the thigh and foot contact. Press evenly through the four corners of the left foot to engage the left hip. Pull the right knee towards the back body, allowing the hip head of the right side to rotate, dropping into place. Inhale, lift the shoulder heads up to the back body. Allow the shoulder blades to slide down the back and release. Rock back on the right heel, splay through the right toes. Lift the left foot inside the right thigh. Pressing evenly through the four corners of the feet. Bring the hands together at heart center. Press evenly through the palms and fingers to open the shoulders. Rolling the shoulder heads to the back body. Dropping the shoulder blades down the back. Drop the tailbone to the floor. Release the toes. Allow them to splay evenly. Bring the top of the thigh up into the hip. Roll the left knee towards the back body. Inhale, extend the spine and release. Uttanasana. Feet a little bit wider than hips width. Rock back on the heels. Inhale, drop right arm on top. Fold at the waist. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, extend. Press evenly through the four corners of the feet. Engage the knees, all sides, to bring the hip heads up into their socket. Draw the top of the thigh up into the pelvis. Inhale the abdomen towards the spine and allow the crown to lengthen towards the floor. Draw the shoulder blades up towards the hips. Sit bones up towards the ceiling. And inhale, other side. Switch the cross of the arms. Inhale, pull the elbows up, fold forward from the waist. Half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Pushing evenly through the feet and allowing the spine to spill forward. Lengthening the cervical spine, allowing the crown to go towards the floor. Draw the elbows towards the floor gently while pulling the shoulder blades up towards the hips. Sit bones towards the ceiling. Pressing evenly through the four corners of the feet and relaxing the base of the toes. Pull up from the inside of the ankle to the inside knee, up from the inside knee to the inside groin, and all the way up. Trikonasana. Inhale the arms up, elbows out, fingertips pointing towards each other, and jump out evenly. Right toes towards the short edge of the mat. Inhale, reach out over the right toes, rotate down, grab a block if you need one. Pressing through the back foot to open the left hip towards the back body. Inhale the left arm towards the ceiling. Reaching the fingertips away from each other, opening the chest. Press evenly through the feet. Engage from the inner ankle to the inner knee to the inner thigh, and up. Right toes in, left toes out. Press off the back foot to come over the left toes, rotate down. Fingertips to the block. Inhale the right hand towards the ceiling. Press evenly through the feet. to engage the hip heads into their socket and roll the chest towards the back body. Pressing evenly through the feet, open up to the back body more. Bring the hips in line. Draw the top of the thighs up into the pelvis. Reach to open the chest and release. Bring the toes in and jump the feet and hands back down. Inhale the fingertips up. Exhale, jump out for Parsva Konasana. A little bit farther, right toes out, left heel drops back at a 45-degree angle. Press through to get the knee of the right over the ankle and inhale the left fingers out towards the wall, over your ear. Rotate and look up towards the left arm. Press through the feet to open the hips to the back body. Roll the top arm towards the back body. Press through the fingers and come up. Right toes in, left toes out, left heel back. Press through the right side to come over the left and extend the right fingers. Look up, roll the whole right side towards the back body. Press through the feet, press through the fingers, open, roll that right hip back. Reach through the right heel all the way out through the right fingertips. Extend the crown towards the wall. Draw the abdomen up and in. And inhale, come up, toes in, and jump the feet and arms together. Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Drawing the elbows down towards the floor, shoulder blades up towards the back. Draw the top of the thighs into the sockets, into the pelvis. Draw the abdomen in. Allow the cervical spine to lengthen, making the crown heavy. Drawing the elbows gently towards the floor, shoulder blades up towards the hips, sit bones up towards the ceiling, and inhale, come up. Drop the arms, change the cross. Inhale, elbows to ceiling, fold forward from the waist. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold forward. Pressing evenly through the four corners of the feet, allow the base of the toes to relax. Drawing the inner ankle up to the inner knee up to the inner groin, and sit bones up to the ceiling. Drop the head, drop the spine, allowing the spill, lengthening. Engage the four sides of the ankles, engage the four sides of the knees, and inhale, come up, and release. Virabhadrasana 1, hands up and jump the feet and arms up. Rotate the palms towards the ceiling, hands clasp overhead. Turn both toes towards the right side, pushing through the left to bring the knee over the right ankle. Inhale the fingertips to the ceiling, drop the shoulder blades down the back. Press through the feet to engage the hip heads into their sockets, bringing the hips in line with the short edge of the mat. Lengthen through the back body. Drop the tailbone towards the ground. Lengthen the crown towards the ceiling and press through the feet to come up. Switch the cross of the thumbs and switch feet to the other side. Pressing through the right foot to bring the left knee over the left ankle. Inhale the fingertips towards the ceiling. Press evenly through the feet to engage the hip heads into their sockets. Bring the hips into parallel line with the short edge of the mat. Drop the shoulder blades down the back. Drop the tailbone down towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen the crown to the ceiling. Roll the shoulders to the back body. Drop the shoulder blades down the back. Drop the tailbone down. Press evenly through the feet and lift the fingertips towards the ceiling and rotate arms out and jump the feet and arms together. Inhale, fingertips up. Jump out wider, Virabhadrasana 2. Turn the right toes towards the short edge of the mat. Left foot is parallel to the short edge. Press through the left foot to bring the right knee over the right ankle. Roll the left leg towards the back body. and sink further into the pose. Expand the fingertips from the chest. Look out over the right fingertips. Look back to the left. Make sure that the fingertips are coming out. And back to the right. Roll the shoulder heads to the back body. Drop the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, come up, other side. Switch feet. Press through the right. Open the right thigh towards the back body. Look out over the left arm. Drop the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, open from the chest. Exhale, drop the tailbone down. Inhale, expand out through the fingertips. Exhale, allow the cervical spine to lengthen. Inhale, press through the feet. Engage the hip heads into their socket and roll the right leg towards the back body, opening the right shoulder towards the back. Inhale, come up, jump the feet and arms together, and Uttanasana. Step out, inhale, arms overhead and fold forward, bringing the hands underneath the feet. Inhale, half lift, exhale, forward fold. Press through the feet, lift the sit bones towards the ceiling. Engage the top of the thighs to make the bend deeper. Allow the spine to lengthen, making the crown heavy, allowing the cervical spine to relax and release. Draw the abdomen up and inhale, come up. Feet and hands together. Parsvottanasana. Inhale, fingers up. Exhale, out through feet. Fingers behind the back in prayer. Namaskar. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Bring our hips in one parallel line, allowing the cervical spine to lengthen. Crown of the head comes down towards the feet. Press evenly through the feet to engage the hip heads. Bring the right hip back, the left hip up and back. Draw the abdomen in. Allow the spine to lengthen through the back body. Sit bones towards the ceiling and inhale, come up. Switching to the other side and pressing through the feet. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. And pressing through the feet, engage the hip heads evenly, bringing the hips into one line. Inch the fingertips up towards the shoulder blades. Open the front of the shoulders, rolling the shoulder heads to the back body. Drop the shoulder blades down towards the hips. And sit bones up towards the ceiling. Crown of the head towards the floor. Lengthening the spine. Engaging the top of the thighs up into the pelvis. And inhale, come up. Dropping the hands, jump the feet and arms together. Parvita Trikonasana. So coming out and one speed. Left arm up, right arm to hip. Bring our block to the outside of our right foot. Inhale, roll the right hip up and back and lift the right arm to the ceiling. Drop the fingertips down towards the left and lift again. That opens up the chest. Draw the shoulder blade of the right arm towards the spine, opening the chest further. Press evenly through the feet to engage the hip edge and roll the right side body up towards the ceiling. Press evenly through the contact of the arm and leg, and inhale, come up. Switching sides, right arm up, switch to the left, and inhale, reach. Exhale, drop down, bringing the block to the outside. Press evenly through the feet. Roll the left side body open to the wall and inhale the left fingers towards the ceiling. Engage the contact between the arm and leg and roll the ribs open farther. Bring the left hand down and reach up again. Draw the shoulder blade down towards the spine. Roll the body open and inhale, come up. And jump the feet and arms together. Prasarita Padottanasana. Heels out, roll the hips back, shoulder heads back, and forward fold. Bringing a block underneath our forehead. Inhale, tent the fingertips, and look up. Exhale, forward fold. walking the fingertips back in between the heels. Heels are slightly out, toes slightly in, pressing through the feet evenly to engage the hip heads into their sockets. Allow the spine to lengthen. Bring the forehead to the block or the floor, tenting the fingertips, pressing evenly through the fingers. Engage the palm of the hand to draw energy up through the palm, engaging the shoulder heads to the back body, shoulder blades towards the spine, shoulder blades up towards the hips, sit bones towards the ceiling, checking the connection of our feet, allowing the base of our toes to relax. Engage the outer leg all the way up into the hip. Draw the top of the thighs up into the hips and allow the spine to lengthen further. Relax the face. Walk the fingertips up. Half lift. Inhale, hands to hips. Inch heels, toes, arms out, and jump the feet and arms together. Okay, so then coming on to our mat, we've got our Supta Virasa or Vajrasana series. So we're gonna do the Vajrasana series, and we'll get our strap. So we're bringing a blanket into the middle of the mat, the strap open so that it's just a little bit wider than the shoulders. Okay. So I guess it's just inside the shoulders, but just a little wider than the armpits. Coming onto our knees, toes to knee, bringing the block underneath the sit bones. Inhale, lifting the knees up, engaging the shoulder heads to the back body, and allowing the palms to float to the thighs. Pressing evenly through the tops of the feet, all the way out through the knees. Allow the tailbone to drop down. Allow the sit bones to press evenly, rolling the shoulder blades to the spine and down towards the hips. Shoulder blades up towards the back body, opening the chest. Inhale the crown to the ceiling, lengthening the cervical spine, and bringing the strap around our arms, right above the elbows. Inhale the arms up above the head, reach the fingertips up, drop the shoulder blades down. Inhale, pressing through the feet and legs evenly. Draw the top of the thighs up into the pelvis, drop the tailbone down, drop the shoulder blades down, reach the fingers up, relax the top of the shoulders, relax the front of the throat, relax the face. And gripping the right side of the spine to rotate the body towards the right side. So engaging from the right hip all the way up the right side of the spine to roll the body towards the right side, looking to the right, reaching our fingertips up, dropping our shoulders down on the top. Roll towards the right, opening the left, engaging evenly through our base so that our hips are stabilized and our spine is lengthening. And release all the tension all the way up the right side, and then engage the left. So all the way up from the hips through the side to bring the body towards the left side body. So engaging all the way up and then releasing the top of the shoulders, dropping the shoulder blades down the back, release the face, release the front of the throat, and allow the right side to lengthen. Drawing the left side farther back to rotate further. Reaching the fingers up, dropping the shoulder blades down, and release. Bringing the right arm up, the left arm back and behind. Reach the elbows towards the ceiling. Walk the fingers together. Bring the shoulder heads to the back body. Lengthen the head towards the ceiling. Lengthen the cervical spine. Drop the tailbone down. Press evenly through the feet, legs to engage up into the hips. Opening up the front chest. Rolling the shoulders back. Switch sides. Left arm up, right arm back and behind. Inhale, pull each side. And open the elbows up and away from each other. Left elbow up towards the back body. Lift the shoulder heads towards the back body and rotate them to open the chest further. Drop the right elbow down. Lift the crown of the head towards the ceiling, lengthening the cervical spine. Drop the sit bones down. Lift the abdomen up. Open the chest. Open the neck. And release. Yoga Mudras in Vajrasan. Bring the block out in front for the forehead. Inhale the fingertips towards the ceiling and exhale, fold forward, bringing the forehead onto the block. Extend the fingertips forward. Lengthen the shoulder blades towards the hips. Drop the hips down towards the block. Engage evenly through the top of the feet and the shins to extend the spine. Extending the back of the spine. Dropping the tailbone down. Draw the top of the thighs up into the pelvis. And inhale, come up. And then this is a little substitute sequence. If you can't sit on your feet because of any kind of weakness in the ankles or the knees, we have this sequence to do instead, where we lay on our back and get some nice good stretches. So we'll be starting with wind release. So lay flat on the mat. Lift the hips, lift the shoulders, lift the head, allow the shoulder heads to come to the back body, and engage the left leg while drawing the right knee up towards the right armpit. Extend the left heel away from you, draw the tailbone towards the left ankle, draw the right knee up into the armpit, top of the right thigh into the hip socket to deepen the stretch. Draw the right tailbone towards the left heel. Drop the shoulder heads to the back. Extend the cervical spine. Soften the face. Hips are in one even line. And release. Other side. Bring the left knee towards the left armpit. Extend the right heel towards the wall. The right ball of the foot towards the wall. Drawing the right toes back. Draw the tailbone down towards the right ankle and draw the right knee up further. Dropping the left tailbone towards the ankle. Engaging the left top of the thigh to deepen the stretch. Bringing the left knee up into the left shoulder. Engage the shoulder blades towards the spine. Drop the shoulder heads to the back and drop down both knees. Clasping our hands around. Engage, draw the top of the thighs up into the pelvis and allow the tailbone to drop. Lengthen the spine out through the crown and drop the shoulder heads to the back body. Pull through the contact of the fingers to deepen the stretch, bringing the knees closer to the chest. Relax the top of the toes. Draw the knees down and engage the abdomen into the spine to deepen the stretch. Shoulder blades towards the spine and release. Grabbing the strap and bringing it around the base of the right toes. Inhale, reach the right foot towards the ceiling. Left heel and left ball of foot extend out, drawing the left toes back towards the face. Draw the ball of the right foot into the socket, so the hip socket. We're engaging through our contact with the strap to get our right hip really down and into its socket. So drawing that pressure directly down, the hips are even. We draw the left heel down to the ground and switch. Cross the ball of the left foot, lifting the left foot up, engage. So right now I've got the ball of the foot, I'm pulling it down. I feel all the way through my leg and I allow that hip head to engage into its socket. Balancing the hips are even. I press evenly through the right heel to bring the right hip head into its socket and lengthen the spine through the crown. Draw the shoulder heads to the back body, opening the chest, softening the face and throat, and both feet. Bringing both feet into the strap, lifting up to the ceiling, engaging the hip heads into their socket, allowing them to drop evenly towards the ground. The spine lengthens through the crown of the head, shoulder blades pull towards the back body, shoulder blades towards the spine and towards the hips, opening the chest, softening the throat, drawing the abdomen up and in, softening the abdomen, soften the forehead, reach the crown, lengthen the cervical spine, and reach the ball of the feet up towards the ceiling while pulling them down and release. Okay, so either the Vajrasan or that one, and from there we're good to go into our Vipariti Karani. So I definitely suggest doing this for 20 minutes. 15, 10 is the minimum. So bringing our block to the wall and then our blankets in front of the block. We have a traditional Iyengar fold, ends up with the blanket in quarters like this. So, it's from folded in half long ways to folded in half again and folded in half again. Gives our traditional setup, and we want to make sure that everything is lined up. So that's important for Iyengar. So we get all of our corners lined up, and then it's just another half fold there. So I've got 3 of these stacked for a nice firm lift. So if you're using towels, that can be just as good, but you just have to make sure that they're nice and firm towels and that you've got them folded with the edges even so that you're getting a nice firm lift. So in order to come into Vipariti Karani, we sit with our hips parallel to the wall, bring our hands back behind us and roll our hips across the blankets to bring our feet up. So adjusting so that our hips are evenly on the blanket, and only our hips, not our lumbar spine. Draw the shoulder heads back to the back body, shoulder blades towards the spine and towards the hips. Feet can be together or out slightly. It's not really a stretch of the thighs in any way. So we're trying to get the thighs to engage into their sockets, the top of the legs to engage into the abdomen, the organs to shift and allow us to have more ease throughout the abdominal area. It relaxes the top of the shoulders and lengthens the neck. A lot of times we're pulled forward from the front body from sitting and other activities, such as overeating, that, this will reset. So the back of the legs are lengthening as the hips are balancing. The abdomen is remaining soft as the shifts are happening. I feel my hips rotating from side to side. I feel tightness in one side that I release so that the hip heads can come into their sockets. And then lengthen the cervical spine, roll the shoulder heads to the back body, and allow the abdomen, the lumbar spine to lengthen and release. So releasing tension in the hands, the face, the chest. And so it'd be just a little bit too much to do 20 minutes of this on a video. But set a timer, and then after that it's 5 minutes of Shavasana. So to finish Vipariti Karani, we bring our feet to the wall, press our hips off the blanket, bring the bottom of our feet together to open the knees, and allow the hips to open. And after they've resettled in the new position, roll to the right side, coming up, move the props out of the way, and set up for Shavasana. So on the back, and spend 5 minutes here. And that is the end of our practice. So thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. We'll close with one Om. Om.